Hey, what's up guys? What a day today. It's truly one of the best days of my life, I think, and I'll tell you why in a sec. Today I've got an update planned for you. Apple has some big events here cooking, a March event, a June event that have been confirmed already, the actual dates. I wanted to recap what's going on there, and I've got some Apple news and leaks to throw in between. But first off, I just wanted to say, from the bottom, most sincere place of my heart, I wanted to say to Keaton Keller on TechSmart, thank you. He got me in the doors for Samsung Unpacked event. I will be attending the first ever phone launch 10 years into my career for the first time. I can't tell you guys how excited I am. Like, it's that legitimacy. A company finally looks at you and says, hey, you're good enough to come and look at our products now. And I get this question a lot. He's like, why do I not go to these events? Why do I not go to Apple? Why do I not go to Samsung? And I have a different answer for both, but in a nutshell, it's like, first off, I'm just breaking out right now, like, into the social tech world. Like, I don't know, I've always been a free rider, just going alone, solo rider. But you know, you kind of have to, you need to get out there. And that's something I realized that I've been doing wrong this whole time. So for me to go to this event, it's so exciting. And it's not a big deal, I know, but like for me, it's everything. I love it. About Apple, I've actually talked to Apple about this. Like, I know where they stand. They really, really dislike me. They dislike my channel. They dislike this leak stuff that I do, the drop test, but not so much that, it's the leaks. They spoke to me and said, hey, because you're doing leaks, you're promoting products that haven't been released yet, and people lose interest in the ones that are already here, and people don't want to buy them. So I kind of understand that, but like, hey, why don't you do that to 9 to 5 Mac? Why don't you do that to Mac Rumors? They get invited to your events, but they leak everything, you know? It feels like Apple is bullying me, honestly. So that kind of sucks. Maybe for another day, I would like to figure that out. I'm willing to play ball, Apple, that's all. Like, I'm willing to play ball to an extent where I'm not gonna change what I say. Like, my voice is my voice. I don't want them to stifle me. And that's kind of what they wanted. It's like, they wanted to control what I say and what I review, like the cleanliness of things. No, my YouTube channel is always gonna be my voice and my opinion, and you guys will not stifle that. That's it. Anyways, guys, let's move on. I kind of have some beef with Apple on that. Like, I just don't understand why they hate me so much, but we'll see. We did get a pretty good shot. But anyways, I'm overjoyed that I get to go to this Samsung event. I'll make you guys proud, and you guys know I've always liked Samsung. Samsung is the pinnacle of innovation. They just give it to you all, and I've always liked that about them. So anyways, let's get into this, guys. I wanted to start with this. So on the video I released yesterday about the attacks, a lot of people are quick to say, hey, this would never happen on Android. Hey, Android doesn't have these problems. Well, hey, I would like to show you that yes, Android is not impervious to attack. You can still crash and bug Android in a very similar manner that you can to iPhone. So there's this text that a fan sent me, and on a demo on Android 9, sending it to a Verizon Samsung Galaxy S9, it does freeze and crash it, and it's not debilitating like certain iPhone bugs, but the Messages app gets broken until you force and flush the entire thing out from the system settings. So just to be clear, Samsung can still be attacked. Android phones in general, it's not just iPhones, even though iPhones have built up a reputation for that. All right, so first things first is iOS 13. So the exciting one, we actually have the exact date for the Beta 1 release dates. Well, when the event is going to be held, the WWDC, and it's going to be held on June 3rd. So this is information that Mac Rumors was able to discern, and they actually found like a direct mention to WWDC for the week of June 3rd to June 7th. It absolutely makes sense. Mac Rumors was able to accurately predict it last year. There's no reason why this would be false in any way. And this is going to be held at the McHenry Convention Center in San Jose. So June 3rd is the important date that we care about, because that's when the Beta 1 release of iOS 13 gets dropped. It's a very exciting time. Like, this is the one, guys. Dark mode, hopefully a ton of improvements, and embracing that organic LED display for the first time, please, Apple. And to go alongside with that, there's a little tease in the App Store. If you were to sift through it, you'd notice this, and I did a double take at first. It's like, is that a real dark mode that Apple's promoting? But no, this is just a tease for applications that are using the dark mode. Apple knows you want it, and they're rubbing it in your face until they give it to you with iOS 13. Well, joke's on you, the iOS 12 jailbreak is almost here. All right, and turning towards the spring event. Yes, there will be a spring event as anticipated. It'll be happening on March 25th, and this is according to BuzzFeed. Yes, I'm quoting BuzzFeed here, but they're saying it'll be held at the Steve Jobs Theater, and it won't be what you think. We anticipated all these new products being released at this event: AirPower, AirPods 2, the AirPods wireless charging case, iPod Touch 7, the new iPads. They're saying none of that is happening. In fact, the only thing that Apple will be releasing at this event is subscription-based services. One of those that's confirmed is their subscription-based news source. In iOS 12.2, we saw a lot of signs that that was coming, internal code, stuff like that. So it does make sense that would be what they're releasing. But it's disappointing because we anticipated all these new products and now they're not happening at least until June or September. You know, I could see Apple releasing AirPods 2 alongside the iPhone 11, the matte black with matte black, like tie it all in together with iOS 13 especially and make it like a special thing. But why wait that long? AirPods are so ridiculously popular. In fact, they're Apple's second best selling product right now. Year over year, there are more searches, 500% more searches just for AirPods. And this article right here explains how AirPods went from this obscure product to a meme, to a celebrity that everyone wears in their ear. It's nuts, really seeing that progression. And going back to this event, according to BuzzFeed, no new products, which is disappointing. So you're gonna have to wait at least until June or September for those. Like really? We could also see a TV subscription-based service as well. Apparently Apple's been working on that for a while. 2019 was supposed to be the release date, and Apple could finally mention that here at this event. And something I didn't mention before, the iPad mini 5, it is a low profile refresh, but Steve Troughton-Smith, the developer, he was able to discern that the iPad mini 5 will support a smart keyboard and an Apple Pencil. So you won't have to upgrade to a larger iPad just to use that feature. Next step, iPhone XS Max, iPhone 11 Max possibly. Why not? They're so close in terms of size here. And I had to throw this in. I mean, AirPods are taking so long. Apple has this number in mind. They're just not sure which one. $200, $250? Would they go higher? Who knows? Also, something I'd like to mention is iOS 12.2 would likely be released after this event because inside the workings of 12.2, there's some subscription-based stuff there. So it only makes sense that Apple would delay the release until this event. So March 25th would give them enough time for what, like 6, 7, 8 betas, somewhere around there. Now, a different website, this is a Greek rumor website. They're claiming March 29th will be the release date for AirPower and AirPods 2. It could be that Apple just doesn't mention these devices at the event and just drops them after, and I'd like to believe this is the reality of it. They're saying Friday, March 29th, you'll be able to get the new entry-level iPad, the AirPower wireless charging mat, and the second generation AirPods. I want to believe in this, but this is a website with no reputation at all, so probably not going to happen. And a very reliable and proven source on leaks, he's saying yes, AirPods 2 will not be happening anytime soon, but later this year. AirPods, the wireless charging case for existing AirPods, will be releasing here imminently. So this is the truth here, whether we like to hear it or not. Apple will continue to delay AirPods 2, and why shouldn't they? If you really think about it, they are making a killing on AirPods 1. Why release a new product when they're making so much money already on this one? There's just no true competitor that can really match the connectivity, period. And he mentions that there could be more than one color option for AirPods 2. So this could corroborate the black color, but could it mean another one? One can dream for a product red AirPods 2 series, or maybe a minty green. I could see that one working pretty well. Who knows? Maybe an entire product line. Apple, give us a choice. Would be cool. And Largan Precision, the provider for the optics and lenses for iPhones, is very confident in a triple lens camera future. I wanted to mention this because the triple lens camera is happening on the iPhone. We've just seen too much evidence for it, and this is just another one to add to the list. And also something I wanted to mention. So in our last video, we briefly went over this, and I haven't talked about this in a while. What is the future of the iPhone? I'm planning on a dedicated video just to this to show you guys the progression, because I want to make an opinion and then go back 5 years from now and kind of see how right I was. But the future of the iPhone, as I see it, is portless, is completely flat. We're going to be having no lens protrusion at all. It'll be completely flat. Like Johnny Ive described it in the interview, he wants a flat slab of glass. And what better way to do that than by hiding the lens? So removing the bezel, removing the notch, obviously the design is going to change a little bit, but we're almost there fundamentally if you think about it. It is a flat slab of glass. The screen has interruptions, but overall the design could get there. And a portless phone would just be another extension of that future. Johnny Ive is not afraid to axe certain features that are connected with the past that we just don't need anymore. And ports, in a way, will be there. We're not there yet, but it'll get there. I just want you guys to open up to the future and where it's going, just so you can be ready for it. And this one I'm mentioning to you guys as a challenge to myself, because I want me and the Bro King to model more and more complex things. I want to get better. And what better way to do this than by modeling the next generation rifle? So, okay, completely unrelated, I know, but listen. Army Colonel Elliot Kaggans is tasked with producing introducing the next generation rifle for the US Army. And he's likening it to the transition from the original iPhone to the iPhone 3G in his quotes. Basically, this rifle is gonna get software updates. It's likely gonna have a screen. It's gonna be expandable and upgradable in the future. Next generation of guns. This intrigues me, a blend of tech and a technology we've had for hundreds of years. How good can it theoretically get? So as a challenge, me and the Bro King are probably gonna be rendering up some future looking rifle. We'll see what happens with it, but it would be kind of cool to incorporate sort of like a menu system into that. Software updates, iOS 14 on this bad boy, but kind of cool. That one really intrigued me. And lastly, Apple is moving forward on the modem design. So they've actually placed the modem division into the chip engineering unit, and they're gonna be working together, which is more or less some sort of evidence that they could possibly include this in the processor. It wouldn't be outlandish. Other companies are already doing it, and it's only the logical thing to do to combine chips into one for maximum efficiencies. And there it is, guys, a well-rounded update of what's going on right now. Sorry, I'm a little late on this one. I'll try and be more current in the future, but thank you so much. Just like TechSmart, Samsung, thank you. I will not let you guys down, and I just want to say, and if you guys can use this as a motivation, honestly, like if you look at my stuff, like I don't have the greatest quality, but behind it is passion. Like I'm truly excited about this stuff, and I'll get there. I'm improving slowly. You'll see, guys. But I just want to say thank you. Like I'm greatly humbled and so happy today. Like one of the best days of my life to learn I'm going to one of the major events. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And oh, by the way, about that, it's my dad's birthday. Him being like the most hardworking person I know. Like today was just such an emotional day for me, and I love that, man. All right, peace, guys.